Today is August 7th. We're about to finish up with the cabinet installation in the kitchen. We've done all the cabinets except I still need to install this one for the drawers. This is where the stove's going to be, and also I have to deal with this guy here, which needs a cleat, and it has to come up to that line. Apparently the kitchen is sloping this way a little bit. So the first one I only had to shim it on this side mostly and in the corner. And this one I had to shim more. As we're going this way. So that's what that looks like. And now I'm gonna attach this guy to here. Still need to level this guy to match with this on the top and on the front. So that's what I'm working on. One of the things I never shown is the finished kitchen floor. It's hard to tell now because I have paper all over it, so we protect it. But the kitchen floor was finished, and I took it out all the way here to the dining room, and I'm protecting it with a cardboard because it's a little lip there. So it looks pretty nice. Here's a little damaged wood, but that's going to be covered by the refrigerator. So other than that, it's pure perfection. This is where we left off, and this is where the jagged edges are, where I put some spacers, and I covered with cardboard and this mat so people don't trip, number one, and also the edges don't get damaged as much, hopefully. So that's where we are. So let's see. Leveling. Looks like this corner gets a little bit. This looks like it's pretty close. We'll go to do this corner because it's against this. So let's try this again. It's matching up. I'm going to bring it up more this way. Just square it up. Okay. Let's go down. Just for now. Definitely needs to be fine-tuned as far as that goes. I did clip these are okay. This is a little bit off, so once I shim that part up, it's gonna level out better. So I'm gonna keep working on it until it's all good. For this end piece next to the stove, I made a cleat out of a 2x4. I had to taper it because the floor is dipping that way, and the cleat is screwed to the floor, and then I have a little space here where I can screw this piece to the cleat in a couple of places. And also what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to screw this also to a stud, so this will be very stable. And then of course this is gonna have a little piece of marble put on it, marble top, and then I have the stove, and then the rest of the countertop's gonna come from here up to the end. And then this is the space for the dishwasher. I made sure that the dishwasher have enough space, which is 24 inches. And that's exactly 24 inches. Yeah. On the top. And also I made sure it also is big enough on the bottom. It's actually on the bottom, it's a little bit bigger, like a hair maybe. No, not really. And then going back, of course there's more space because there's no trim on the back. So if it goes through the front, and this is all square, the dishwasher will slide in. So now I'm going to double check my measurements for the stove. This is 30.5 inches, so that's fine. I just didn't want to add any more filler here because the smallest filler is 3/4 inch and it would have been too tight. Now in the future, once you get the stove and I feel like you need to add something here, maybe the gap might be too big visually, I'll deal with that later and add another filler here. But as far as this goes, this actually is perfect because we just want to make sure that the stove will fit. And again, it's 30.5 inches. Okay, it's hard to tell, but because the stupid level ends on 24, so 24 plus 6 is 30.5. And I make sure in the back we have the same measurement. Now what I'm gonna do is, since everything is leveled, I'm gonna cut these shims because now the countertop people are gonna come and cut it. So this looks pretty good. We left 2.5 inches from the ceiling at least. Some places is a little bigger because the ceiling is not quite level. And we're gonna have crown molding that eventually. Looks good. And on this side we have the drawers for the pots, the top for glasses and mugs. This is where the coffee maker is gonna be probably. And then here's the fridge opening. My biggest challenge was that this panel was overestimated because I gave them the wrong refrigerator type. So I had to cut this, and I had to cut it with a jigsaw. And I'm just so proud of the work I've done. It's totally smooth. You can tell I did it with a jigsaw. So what I did, I put tape on both sides where I'm gonna cut, and I used a laminate blade, which is basically backwards, it cuts the other way. And I went very slow. Took me about, I don't know, 15 minutes to cut through this panel. But it looks perfect from here, this side too, where we're actually gonna see it. I thought I would have to put some kind of trim here, but I don't. It just, I can't believe how well that turned out. The pantry is pretty tall. Again, it's only 2.5 inches. And I was worried that we can't stand it up, but we were able to stand it up sideways. I have a 3/4 inch filler here, and then I have a 3/4 inch filler here, and that gives actually a 36.5 opening for the fridge, which I think is a good thing. So it's not going to be too tight. That gives the refrigerator to breathe better, I guess, but I thought that's a good idea to put that there because you kind of have this matching with this here, so. And then I have a filler here, so when we open this door, it doesn't smack into this panel as much. And then of course there's a filler to match down here as well. So officially all the cabinets are hung. Now we just have to put back the drawers and the doors. And I still have to screw this into the stud, so I'm gonna find 2 studs, screw it in there just to have a really good steady installation. So see you next time.